It's clear. Now in Senegal, they've made it illegal and prohibited that Lebanese women give birth in Senegal. Yes, you're probably shocked. Yes, Senegal has just said it is prohibited to Lebanese women to give birth or deliver in Senegal.
Léegi beneen bi mooy interdiction formelle aux femmes libanaises d'enfanter et d'accoucher au Sénégal de la même manière qu'il est interdit aux femmes noires de le faire au Liban.
Should we say congratulations? I don't know. Maybe yeah. Congratulations. Yeah. I know. I know you're probably asking yourself like, what's going on? Like, why am I hysteric about Senegal not wanting Lebanese women to give birth in the country? Well, apparently this is in reciprocity to what's happening in Lebanon. Apparently in Lebanon, allegedly, black women are not allowed to give birth in Lebanon because you're not good enough, for the facilities. And you're not considered enough as a human being, a decent person. So you shouldn't be giving birth in their country. Therefore, you should go back to your country and go give birth. And Senegal has reciprocated by saying from now on, it is prohibited for Lebanese women to give birth in Senegal. Here is Lebanon, for context. Okay, this is Lebanon. I know many people don't know where Lebanon is, and many of you don't know geography. So I need to teach you. No, I'm just kidding. I know you know geography. Nah, you don't know. Anyway, Lebanon is a place where a lot of Africans do go. Okay, a lot of female Africans, especially in the Middle East, go trying to find a better life. A lot of them go work as maids or helpers, cleaning the house, cooking, taking care of the babies and stuff like that. At least they know we're good at love. That's love, Cleaning, cooking, looking after babies. That's love. I mean, that's your child, right? If you need somebody to help you with your child, you're certainly looking for somebody with love, right? Exactly. So they do know we have love, even though they don't reciprocate. They don't give it to us. So a lot of Africans, for those of you who don't know, what's up, everybody? Hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. My name is Zack. I know you don't know who I am. I don't know who you are, but certainly if you watch this till the end, we're going to love each other. So many African ladies go to Lebanon looking for a better life. This is usually Africans from the lowest level of, financial rake. The majority of them are people that come from very, very extremely poor families. And usually people from East Africa, Ugandans, Kenyans, Somalis, Ethiopians would go to places like Lebanon looking for a better life. The goal is to, let me go work as a maid, perhaps as working as a maid for Lebanese. The Lebanese person will allow me to have a much better life by earning a good salary and being able to send money to my family. Some of these people are married, okay? They have children. So they have no alternatives because some of their governments are not delivering. Unfortunately, they have to go try to find a better life somewhere else. They have to travel sometimes, go to these different places, Lebanon, Saudi Arabia and stuff. In fact, in Kenya, lately, many women went to Saudi Arabia because they felt like in Saudi Arabia, they earn much better than doctors in Kenya. Yeah, that's a reality. Like, how can somebody in Saudi Arabia work as a maid and a cleaner earn more money than a doctor in an African country? That is shameful, fellas. Kenya has negotiated a contract with Saudi Arabia. What's the limit? What's the least amount of money they must pay these poor people from Kenya? Let me say that again. Kenya has negotiated with Saudi Arabia. Not on how to transfer engineers coming from Kenya going to Saudi Arabia. Not on how to transfer doctors or people that are smart, statistics people. But Kenya has signed a document with Saudi Arabia. They have a discussion at least on how much money Saudi Arabia should pay helpers and domestic workers coming from Kenya. How they should be treated. I find that very degrading, very disrespectful to your own people. Like, I'm coming to discuss with you on how you should be treating my children working for you as cleaners, as gardeners. Why can Kenya send doctors, engineers, pilots, if it's about workforce? So the workforce they need is only cleaners and come on. Anyway, let's get back on track. In Lebanon, a lot of people go. So it's not just about Saudi Arabia. A lot of people go to Lebanon. East Africans, West Africans, they will go hoping to get a better life. But unfortunately, the reality there is very different.
We don't have money and we are not working since like 1 year. We have not been working here in Lebanon.
If a Lebanese is not able to afford $100 a month, where am I going to get $500?
The reality there is very different. They are mistreated.
If you people don't help me, I've lost my life here. I don't want to lose my life. I want to go home.
Sometimes they are physically forced. You know what I mean? When you talk about physically being forced, the boss or the madame's husband will take a woman, and you know what I mean? And some of these women are married. You know what I mean? And the first thing they will do, they take away your passport. So you cannot travel without their authorization. You can't even flee the house. And it's very, very sad. Because in Africa, you get these companies that recruit people, offering them better lives in Middle East. You know, you're going to have a better life. You're going to build houses. And government, unfortunately, is authorizing these things. The majority of stories are very sad. Now, in contrast, Lebanese in Africa live a great life. Look at this. All these companies belong to Lebanese. If you go to places like Ivory Coast, the Lebanese have their little town, like a little area where it's exclusively them. They've been so good, so happy in Africa. They own restoration companies, they own cinematography, they own hotellery, they own almost everything that makes sense. And they've also created their own communities. Lebanese in Africa, in many countries, have their own hospitals. Exclusively in an African country, in Ivory Coast, they have an hospital that's exclusive to Lebanese. Nobody else can come in. They have schools that are exclusive to Lebanese. No African can come in. They have restaurants that are exclusive to Lebanese. Nobody else can go. Same in Senegal. Now, they've come up with a law saying in Africa, okay, the law has not been signed, so because it's going to, you don't have to sign the law to be a law, right? You just have to act upon it. Now, no black woman is allowed, allegedly, to have a child in Lebanon, okay? Therefore, Senegal, in reciprocation, says, from now on, a Lebanese woman will not have a child.
Léegi beneen bi mooy interdiction formelle aux femmes libanaises d'enfanter et d'accoucher au Sénégal de la même manière qu'il est interdit aux femmes noires de le faire au Liban.
So Senegal, in reciprocation, has said no Lebanese woman will have a child in an hospital in Senegal. Now, is this something that's fair or not? The only way to be treated appropriately is when you apply certain things and you respect yourself, right? People can only respect you based on how you respect yourself. If you always conduct yourself like a beggar, like I need you more than you need me, well, you shouldn't be surprised when you be treated like a piece of trash, right? That's exactly how they treat Africans. Europeans are treated in the most amazing way possible. Let me remind you here, fellas, there is no way in the world where Africans or black people go and they are treated perfect. No way in the world. Look, there's a guy who does videos online. I think he does vlogs, you know, like short documentaries. He travels all across the world to different countries.
I'm Drubinski. I've been to every country in the world, and I'm going to tell you about them. First thing that comes to mind, rapid fire.
He's got no issues. He can go to Afghanistan, no problem. He can go to Iraq, no problem. He can go to Pakistan, no problem. He can go to Indonesia, no problem. He can go to Lamalu, some lost city or island in the ocean, no problem. Why? Well, look at his skin color. I'm sorry. Now, you dare do that. Yeah, you try take your camera and go. I mean, there are some YouTubers from Africa, but they very selectively choose countries where they can go to. Very selectively. And even in those countries, they're not treated appropriately. They always complain. Yeah, they did this to me. Yeah, all the time. You know what I mean? So the reality is, if you go to Lebanon, see how we are treated, it's not nice. Because compared to how we treat Lebanese in Africa, and Pakistanis, and Indians, you go see how Africans are treated in India, you will be shocked. Something has to change. You know, so respect has to come back. And this is why I think this is crucial. Okay, some of these videos show you how people are complaining. These Africans are complaining about behavior of Lebanese and all that stuff. People don't complain for nothing, okay? When people start complaining and making videos, it means something is happening and it needs attention. So what do you think about this? Senegal saying no more Lebanese women giving birth in Senegal, just as no African is allowed to give birth, allegedly in Lebanon. It's not written in the law apparently, but it's executed. God bless.